The content on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not for children. Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Star Wars Black Series action figure of Ezra Bridger. You know, my memory is so short-term. When I think of Ezra, I think of what he looked like in the final season of Rebels, so it was a bit jarring for me to get this figure and be like, oh yeah, that's what he looked like in Season 1. But here we have a Season 1 version of Ezra, and they did a great job. There's a lot of good details within the sculpt of this outfit. A lot of nice details. Just like from the like armor paneling on his right leg to like the discolored other leg, the knee pad, all the gack on his belts, and the fact that the straps are sculpted straps that go around and aren't just painted on. That's neat. Although one thing that's kind of weird is that underneath the belt there's a sculpted boring belt underneath. If anything, I would have just made his waistline orange fabric material and not even included that secondary belt underneath. But oh well. Paint on the belt, paint on his little jacket, especially the sort of loose vest section of the front, is pretty good. I like the detail on the back. Detail on the little stuff on his left wrist is good, and I really do like the head. In fact, the Black Series has done a good job of doing kind of realistic versions of the characters from a more stylized show, but this undeniably feels like Ezra when I look at it. The eyes, the eyebrows, the mouth are all really well painted. I like his hair sculpt. The hair color is good. You know, standard Black Series articulation that we're used to. Nothing new here. Well, actually something new, because they somewhat recently started doing a secondary neck joint at the base of the neck, which is kind of pointless because when the head moves, like the neck always just looks like a neck, aside from the fact that they sculpted a little Adam's apple, but still the neck is its own little swivel joint at the base. Other thing worth noting is you have the hinge that goes up and down on the right hand and side to side for the left hand. But everything else is your standard kind of articulation. We have two accessories, including the Imperial Cadet helmet, which compared to his head, I'm like, is that even going to fit? Because man, that looks like it's the same size. Normally you'd expect a helmet to be a little bit bigger, but sure enough, it's a little tight, but man, it just slides right on. Like everything just sort of fits right in. So that looks pretty good. Also, we get his earlier lightsaber. Now, mine was bent to hell in the packaging. It's so warped and kind of curves. That's a bit of a bummer. But the actual design of it still looks pretty damn good. The blade is removable, so you can have him hold the lightsaber, or you can hook it onto his little holster clippy thingy, whatever you want to call it. It is a pretty thin little plastic hook, and you do have to kind of force it quite a bit to get it to get on. You have to give it a little bit of a wiggle, but it does wiggle down eventually. There we go. Now it's laying flat. Looks pretty nifty, but man, do I wish it wasn't so warped and bent. I really do think that sucks. So hopefully if you get this out there, yours is in better condition than mine. But it does look good when you put it in his hand for the whole like lightsaber slash blaster effect. There we go. That's fun. Also, another fun thing about this figure that I really like that seems to be somewhat new to the Black Series as far as I can tell is the elbow joints now go past like a 45-degree angle, so you can get them considerably. Like, if you need to bring something closer to the face, you can actually get it to hold something closer to the face. I think that looks pretty cool. So yeah, I like this figure a lot. Really good paint, really good articulation. Fun character. We've had almost everyone important from Rebels. I think except for Zeb. So yeah, I'm glad we finally got around to this guy. I really dig it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you want, you can follow me on social media. Here are some links.